The mystery of the blood moon, the cosmic stage. Have you ever gazed at the night sky, expecting the familiar silver glow of the moon, only to find it burning with a deep crimson light? Did your heart beat a little faster? Did your mind whisper a question you could not silence? What does this mean? The blood moon has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Across every culture, across every age, men and women have looked up at that glowing red orb and felt a mixture of fear, awe, and curiosity. Is it a warning, a sign from the gods, or simply a natural phenomenon explained by the dance of shadows between Earth, Sun, and Moon? Tonight, let us embark on a journey through science, myth, history, and philosophy to uncover the secrets of the blood moon. But first, picture this. You are standing on the plains of Mesopotamia thousands of years ago. The moon, once full and bright, suddenly begins to dim. Slowly, the shadow of the earth crawls across its face. The stars grow sharper in the darkness. And then, as if touched by fire, the moon turns blood red. Would you not fall to your knees in terror? Would you not cry out to the heavens begging for protection? For ancient people, this was not just an eclipse. It was a cosmic drama, a battle between light and darkness, life and death. And even today, with all our scientific knowledge, we still feel something primal stir inside us when the blood moon rises. Why? Because deep down we are still children of the sky. What truly happens during a blood moon? Is it magic? Is it divine punishment? Or is it something even more incredible? The elegant mathematics of the cosmos. The blood moon occurs during a total lunar eclipse. This happens when the Earth passes directly between the sun and the moon, casting its vast shadow across our celestial neighbor. But here, ooze the mystery. If the moon is inside Earth, Yu's shadow shouldn't it simply disappear into darkness? Why, instead, does it glow red like fire in the night sky? The answer lies in the very air we breathe. When sunlight passes through the Earth's atmosphere, the shorter wavelengths, blue and violet, scatter away. This is the same reason why our skies are blue during the day and why sunsets blaze with orange and red. During a lunar eclipse, that scattered light bends around Earth and filters into the shadow, painting the moon with shades of crimson. In other words, a blood moon is nothing less than every sunrise and sunset on Earth happening at once, projected onto the face of the moon. Isn't that breathtaking? But how rare are these events? Not as rare as you might think. On average, a total lunar eclipse occurs about once every 2.5 years somewhere on Earth. Yet the chance of it being visible from your own location is much less frequent. And then, there are the extraordinary cycles. The Saros cycle of 18 years, which helps astronomers predict eclipses, and the mysterious phenomenon of tetrads. When 4 consecutive total lunar eclipses occur, each separated by 6 full moons. Imagine the awe of witnessing 4 blood moons in just 2 years. Wouldn't ancient peoples have seen this as the heavens screaming a message at them? Even today, when we understand the science, the blood moon feels rare and sacred. Telescopes are prepared, cameras are set, and millions of eyes look up. We know the equations, the orbital mechanics, the physics, and yet, when the moon turns red, our breath still catches. Science explains the how, but does it explain the why of our fascination? Perhaps to answer that, we must step away from astronomy and step into the realm of myth, legend, and belief. Because before science, there was story, and stories are powerful. The ancient eye, myths across civilizations. Let us travel back in time. Imagine the fear, the trembling, the voices chanting in prayer as the moon turned to blood. To our ancestors, this was no ordinary night. In Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, the blood moon was believed to be a direct attack on their king. The Babylonians thought that dark forces sought to destroy the ruler during an eclipse. To protect him, they often placed a substitute king on the throne for the duration of the eclipse. Imagine being that poor stand-in, knowing you might be sacrificed when the real king returned to power. Terrifying, isn't it? In Norse mythology, the blood moon was a sign of cosmic wolves. Skal and Hati, monstrous beasts, chased the sun and the moon through the sky. When the moon bled red, it meant Hati had caught his prey, devouring it in his jaws. The people would shout, bang drums, and make noise to scare the wolf away. Can you hear their cries echoing across the frozen fjords? Among the Maya civilization, the moon was linked to fertility and cycles of life. But during a lunar eclipse, they believed a great jaguar was attacking the moon, trying to swallow it whole. Pregnant women were told to stay indoors, fearing the jaguar spirit would harm their unborn child. Isn't it fascinating how myths merged cosmic events with daily life? In Africa, the Batamaliba people of Togo and Benin saw the eclipse not as destruction, but as conflict. They believed the sun and moon were fighting, and the people must come together to encourage peace and reconciliation. What a beautiful idea, turning fear into unity. For Native American tribes, meanings varied. The Hoopa tribe of California imagined the moon had 20 wives and pets, mountain lions and snakes, that sometimes attacked it, causing it to bleed. The Luiseno people believed the moon was injured, and they sang chants to heal it. To them, the blood moon was not an omen of doom, but a cry for compassion. Every culture looked up at the same sky, and yet each painted its own story on the canvas of the moon. What does that say about us as humans? It tells us that we cannot witness mystery without creating meaning. We fear what we cannot explain, but we also celebrate it, wrap it in story, and pass it to the next generation. Even today, with all our science, do we not still invent stories? Think of the movies, the novels, the astrology blogs. Haven't we replaced the wolves and jaguars with our own modern myths? Part 4. Blood Moon in Sacred Texts and Religion. Throughout history, the blood moon has not only inspired myths, it has haunted the sacred texts of humanity. Have you ever wondered why so many holy books mention the moon turning to blood? Could it be coincidence, or is there a deeper truth hidden in the heavens? In the Bible, the blood moon appears as a symbol of endings and divine warnings. The book of Joel tells us, "The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes." And in Revelation, the moon again turns red as an omen of apocalyptic events. Imagine the fear this inspired in believers throughout the centuries. Wouldn't you tremble if the heavens themselves were signaling judgment? In Islamic tradition, eclipses are moments of reflection and humility. While the Quran does not explicitly mention the blood moon, hadiths encourage Muslims to pray during lunar and solar eclipses, reminding them of the power and grandeur of Allah. Could it be that the changing moon is a call for humans to look inward, to pause, to reflect? Isn't that a powerful thought? In Hinduism, the moon is closely tied to the mind and emotions. Lunar eclipses are often seen as moments when negative energies are strongest. Rituals are performed to cleanse the soul and protect from harm. The moon, the mind, the cosmos, all intertwined. Could it be that the moon teaches us emotional discipline as much as it teaches astronomy? Even in Buddhism, where celestial omens are less emphasized, the moon often represents enlightenment and impermanence. A blood moon, red and fleeting, reminds us that life itself is transient, that even the heavens go through cycles of light and shadow. Isn't that a lesson worth pondering? And what about modern spiritual interpretations? Today, many see the blood moon as a time for transformation, endings and beginnings, release and renewal. When the moon turns red, some meditate, journal, or set intentions, as if the moon itself whispers, "It is time to let go and grow." Could it be that even in the age of satellites and space telescopes, we are still enchanted by the moon's story? Part 5. Blood Moon as an Omen in History. History is filled with stories of the blood moon as a harbinger of change, chaos, and opportunity. Did people truly believe the red moon predicted wars, disasters, or victories? Let's explore some fascinating examples. Columbus in Jamaica, 1504. Trapped by hostile locals during his fourth voyage, Columbus used his knowledge of an upcoming lunar eclipse to manipulate fear. When the moon turned red, he claimed it was a sign of divine wrath, and the locals obeyed his demands. Can you imagine the power of knowledge, of understanding the cosmos before anyone else? Wars and battles. Throughout history, armies have interpreted the blood moon as an omen. Soldiers believed it was a sign of impending doom or victory. Leaders used the eclipse to rally troops or strike fear into enemies. Isn't it incredible that the moon, so far away, could shape human destiny on Earth? Natural disasters and portents. Some historians have noted blood moons appearing before earthquakes, famines, or floods. Were these real coincidences, or did humans naturally link extraordinary cosmic events to earthly chaos? Perhaps the moon is not causing these events, but reminding us of life's unpredictability, urging caution and preparedness. Even today, we attach significance to a blood moon. Astronomers, astrologers, and storytellers alike share their interpretations. Science may explain the how, but human imagination asks, what does it mean for me, for us, for our world? Part 6. The Symbolism, Philosophy, and Astrology. Now let's turn from history to reflection. The blood moon is not just a cosmic phenomenon, it's a mirror of the human experience. Why does it fascinate us so much? Perhaps because it embodies cycles of change. Life, like the moon, waxes and wanes. Brightness gives way to darkness, only to return again. And when the moon turns red, isn't that a reminder that endings can be beautiful? That transformation is often fiery, dramatic, and necessary? In astrology, the blood moon is often linked with endings and revelations. People believe that during a lunar eclipse, hidden truths are revealed, relationships are transformed, and energies shift. Could it be that the moon reflects not only the sun's light but also our inner selves? Philosophically, the blood moon teaches patience and perspective. When darkness comes, do we despair? Or do we remember that even in shadow, there is beauty, and even in fear, there is learning? The crimson moon is a universal metaphor. Nothing lasts forever, yet everything leaves an impression. And isn't it poetic that the very earth, our home, is the cause of the moon's red glow? Could it be that our planet, spinning silently in space, reminds us of the interconnectedness of life, death, and rebirth? Every eclipse is a cosmic collaboration, a dance between the sun, earth, and moon, and we are lucky enough to witness it.